Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and today is the day of the meme. We're going to be playing a archetype, or a tribal list, actually, that I've been asked to make a fair few times, but every single time I think about it, I go, that's trash. And today's no exception, because I think it's still trash. But we're going to be playing around with Phoenix Tribal. So, Phoenix Tribal, obviously built around the Phoenix cards. I don't think we've actually got any M21 cards in this list. I think we've just got reprints. So there's going to be nothing new in this deck that you have not seen before. However, I'm sure nobody has degraded themselves to the point of making Phoenix Tribal. So here we are. Phoenix of Ash, 3 mana 2/2 with flying and haste. You can escape this one by exiling 3 other cards from your graveyard and paying 4 mana. We've got the Arclight Phoenix, a 4 mana 3/2 with flying and haste. At the beginning of your combat, if you cast 3 or more instants and sorceries, you get to return this from the graveyard to the battlefield. And then Everquill Phoenix, 4 mana 4/4 with flying and mutate for 4. And whenever this creature mutates, you create a red artifact token named Feather with pay 1, sacrifice Feather, return a Phoenix, tapped from your graveyard. So you might be thinking to yourself, absolutely none of these have synergy with each other. You've got to have 3 separate plans to make them work. And you'd be absolutely right with that assumption, which is why this deck is trash. So we're going to try and enable every single one of them in a deck, which is deck building error 101. You should have a focused idea of your deck and do it well. We're not going to be doing that. We're just going to be trying to play Phoenix. That's going to be our focus. So yeah, we're going to try and not hardcast a lot of these. We're going to try and escape the Phoenix of Ash and trigger the combat ability on the Phoenix and mutate the Phoenix so that we can reanimate Phoenixes. We're going to try and do all of that, and we're going to fail miserably, and sometimes we might succeed. I don't know. So, let's go into how we're going to enable it. So, for first and foremost, we've got the Everquill Phoenix, which has this mutate ability. We're going to be having Baby Godzilla, Ruin Reborn, also known as Polywog Symbiote, 2 mana 1/3. Each creature spell you cast costs 1 less to cast if it's got mutate. And whenever you cast a creature spell, if it has mutate, draw a card and then discard a card. That actually works quite well with the rest of our Phoenixes, funnily enough. Not only can we get the cost reduction on the mutate and the hard cast of the Everquill Phoenix with a Baby Godzilla out, but also drawing and discarding allows us to put those Arclight Phoenixes into the graveyard, the Phoenix of Ash into our graveyard, things like that, so that we can escape them and trigger them. So that's going to be pretty cool. Also, at that point, once they're in the graveyard, we'll get that Feather token as well, and we can reanimate them from there. To enable the Arclight Phoenix, we're actually on a baseline of very instant and sorcery heavy cards. So got the Ops and Shocks as our 1 mana plays. We're going to fill up the graveyard quite nicely. It also allows us to do cheap spells in the early game to hopefully play enough cards to get the Arclight Phoenix going. We're going to need a little bit of card advantage as well, which is where Song of Creation comes into play. 4 mana, you may play an additional land on each of your turns, and whenever you cast a spell, you draw 2 cards. However, at the beginning of your end step, you have to discard your hand, which is okay if we've got things like Phoenix of Ash in our hand, but not so okay if we've got Thrill of Possibilities and Dragonfires and Blitzes that we'd might to cast. But if we're filling up the graveyard, that means we can get back these Phoenix of Ashes and occasionally these Arclight Phoenixes. Chaining together spells with draw 2 should mean that we can get the Arclight Phoenixes out of our yard anyway. As long as we can cast 1 spell, we can fill up our hand. That's where Radical Idea comes in as a 2 mana draw card and Jumpstart, which means we can cast this from our graveyard by discarding a card. So if we have Song of Creation in play, and we put a Radical Idea in our graveyard, the next card we draw, we can just immediately discard, drawing 3 cards for 2 mana, essentially, and then we just have to find 2 more spells to cast from that point forward to bring our Arclight Phoenixes out. All the cards we're going to be discarding can be escaped on Phoenix of Ash as well, which is not too bad there either. But yeah, Blitz of the Thunderraptor, as we mentioned, we've got lots of instant sorceries in here, and this one actually deals damage equal to the amount of instants and sorceries in your graveyard. So we should be able to do a decent amount of damage with this, kill pretty much anything we need to kill. If we need something else, we've got the Scorching Dragonfires and the Shocks, as I mentioned earlier, to help in the early game, since we will need to fuel this card initially. Also, it has exile abilities as well, so things like Uro get exiled whenever we kill them, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, that's essentially the list. We've got Team and Mana Base, we've got the Triomes to get those Song of Creations into play, one Forest to grab off of the Fable Passage, but most of all, we're just a Izzet deck with a very light splash. Honestly, we could probably go on a lighter splash. I might do that, actually. Let's just really briefly do that, shall we? There we go. Nice, even Izzet mana base there. But yeah, if you do enjoy the content and you want to see more nonsense in the future like this, then make sure to hit that like button and subscribe as well. I always forget to click this button. But yeah, there's the full deck list. Subscribe as well if you want to see more nonsense like this in the future. Hopefully you enjoy the games, and I'll see you in them. This video is brought to you by the generous support of our wonderful patrons and channel members that you see here. If you'd like to support the channel and get access to cool content like sneak peeks, bonus videos, polls on future content, or access to a personal deck critique from myself every month, then hit the join button down below, or check out the Patreon link in the description. With all that said, let's get into the gameplay. Alright, we're in, and we have 0 Phoenixes in this hand. Do we just keep this anyway? I almost feel like we do. Yeah, let's do it. We can enable, like, Blitz of the Thunderraptor if we draw into it just by playing this hand. And we should be able to draw into some good stuff, right? I mean, most of our Phoenixes are, like, not going to see much play until turn 4 anyway, so we might as well do, like, an early setup turn anyway. Let's lead off with the Ketria Triome and pass the turn. What net deck is our opponent playing today? We're in the casual queue, so honestly, I expect tier 1 shenanigans, and Gilded Goose doesn't make me feel much like I'm wrong. Let's go with Island. I think I'll just dump a Steam Vents to the Thrill of Possibility. Draw Phoenix of Ash, okay. We can just hard cast that next turn. Probably will do that. Alright, what's next, Gilded Goose opponent? Wow, it's not blue. Okay. Not Simic. You got it. Everquill Phoenix. Oh boy. Are you in for a world of hurt, my opponent? Phoenix of Ash, go. Sometimes you just gotta let your hair down and play a really bad deck for once. I don't know. I feel like I've been trying too hard recently to actually make a good deck. So, you know, it's just nice to know that the deck you're playing is terrible. And just appreciate it for what it is, which is garbage. Alright, opponent, what's next? I think next turn... I mean, it doesn't make a great deal of sense to mutate the Phoenix of Ash, but it does allow us to play the Phoenix of Ash. Or the Everquill Phoenix, sorry. So I might just do it anyway. Garruk Unleashed. Oh, yes, swing. Sweet. Can I kill Grunk? I don't think I can kill Grunk, which is sad. It's very sad. Let's get an island. I mean, am I attacking? This doesn't have haste, by the way. It's one of the a fair few Phoenixes in the world that don't seem to have haste. I can gain 4 power by just activating the Phoenix. I think I might just play out a Phoenix, to be honest. And then let's just ping Grunk. There we go. Alright, so now we should be able to kill Grunk next turn, unless our opponent has the desire to remove our Phoenix. Our Phoenixes. Assassin's Trophy. Nice. Alright, we'll grab an island so that we can opt. So now we've got Mutate Phoenix on the Phoenix of Ash. I should probably stop calling them Phoenix, because they're all Phoenix. They've literally all got Phoenix in their name. It's so confusing. Mutate the Everquill onto the Ash. Let's do that. Let's call it like that. That'll make us a feather token and we can get back the Everquill Phoenix. Seems good to me. Guess it's dependent on what we draw here. They could have another Assassin's Trophy. Oh! That's a card. That's a card I want. Whether it's good or not right now is to be determined. I don't think it is, but... here we are. Yeah, I think we're just going to mutate here. See if we can get that feather token to get back our other Phoenix. Sweet. Alright. Rebuild that board. Force our opponent to block with the Gilded Goose. We will have to block the Leyline Prowler eventually by the looks of things, but... yep, creates a food. Passes the turn. We'll bring back an Everquill Phoenix next turn and see where we go from there. Well, actually, we could do... bring back Everquill on end step. Mutate the Everquill, make 2 feather tokens. Then we can block with this Phoenix, because we know we're going to bring back 2 Phoenixes. I don't know. I mean, they can make this thing real big with Grunk, so it's a weird one. I think they don't have removal right now, and they're actually debating how they're going to deal with my Phoenix attack. And I think their only option is really just to keep swinging. Yep, so we let all that happen. Go down to 7. If we can stabilize, I don't think our opponent's life total really makes too much of a difference, but it's going to be all about that stabilization. Because right now we can kill Grunk. Got a Ketria Triome. It's going to cost me 3 to give the +2 so I can hold back one of my Phoenixes. I think I have to do that. See if you've got it. They don't have it, or they're waiting for me to have something. I don't know. Ooh. Goodbye, Grunk. Alright, alright. Let's play the Ketria Triome and pass the turn. And hope for no big boys. I'm definitely blocking a Leyline Prowler. Paradise Druid. Land. Ooh, untapped. So they've got lots of mana here. Excuse me. Creatures you control gain Death Touch. Then it fights. Okay. So they just want to pressure my life total with a little swing. I'm inclined to let that happen. Down to 3, and Polywog Symbiote is a pretty good hit, actually. Can play the Symbiote. Can mutate onto Baby Godzilla here to draw and discard. Get rid of the Vantress. Go over. So we've got the power to kill the Leyline Prowler. And we can bring back an Everquill Phoenix. Okay. So we can double block quite happily. Paradise Druid is their top deck. This should probably force us to block here. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna do it. There we go. And then we will bring back a 4/4. Oh dear. There's Baby Godzilla. Alright, so now's the time for Song of Creation. Let's put Baby Godzilla out there, draw a card. It had to be a Steam Vents, didn't it? Well, play that tapped. I don't think we can lose... unless they draw maybe like Primal Might, giving +X and making it fight. I guess that's the way we could lose here. Questing Beast would also loses the game. I guess we can't really afford to swing, to be honest. I think there's too many cards they could have here. Luckily for us, it's not the cards they have. Alright, Phoenix of Ash. Get rid of the lands first. We want to keep the instants and sorceries in our graveyard for Blitz of the Thunderraptor. Draw 2. Got Phoenix of Ash. Let's play Phoenix of Ash. We want to basically just draw into Arclight Phoenix. Let's play Opt. We're going to save the Radical Ideas in our graveyard for when we can do some discarding and whatnot. I guess I'll put that to the bottom to find more lands and Arclight Phoenix. Got some shocks, Radical Ideas. Put that to the bottom. It might be useful later. There's Arclight Phoenix. Alright. Tap land. And now we can swing. Assuming... What if they held in hand as well? Ugh. Let's assume they have Questing Beast plus removal. I've got 2 creatures that can block Questing Beast now. Yeah, let's just get in for a little bit right now. And get in for a lot later. Now that we've discarded the Arclight Phoenix, that's something that can come back from these Radical Ideas. And we've got the Embereth as well. So I think they were just holding a land there. They might also just have another land, to be honest. Okay, so Radical Idea, discard the Ketria Triome. Draw 2. Arclight Phoenix. Radical Idea, discard the Arclight Phoenix. Oh, it's the Phoenix Dream. Arclight Phoenix gets discarded to the Radical Idea. We've enabled Arclight Phoenix. Let's go Phoenix of Ash. Oh, 14 cards left, Jesus. Mountain. Do I just shock? I should probably just shock their face. I'm gonna lose these cards anyway. There's a Radical Idea. I think for the sake of my deck size, I should probably just... I should probably just go with this. Alright. We'll keep the 2 Arclight Phoenixes back since they come back so easily. And we'll swing in with the rest. There we go. So we've got 2 good blockers. We got a way to fill up our board, add another Phoenix of Ash. We've got the Embereth. They've only got a Grunk. So we need just enough to block that. There's another Arclight Phoenix. 11 cards. They're at 18 though. Have I just got them dead? I think I might just have them dead, to be honest. It's Embereth. I should have gone for the Phoenix of Ash as well, I suppose. But yeah, that was enough. Yeah, boy. 5, 6, 7, 11, 14, 18. Yes, that's more than enough, I would say. Phoenix Tribal coming through. Alrighty then, we're in, and this hand's weird in that it's got 3 tap lands, and we don't really do anything with those tap lands, so I'm going to hit them all on that one. This one looks a lot better. We actually got a way of getting Arclight Phoenix into the graveyard currently, so I think I'll take it. We'll put Baby Godzilla to the bottom, I guess. Do. Alright, opponent, what are you playing? Healer's Hawk. Alright, let's draw into some shocks, please. I guess we'll, for now, just crack Fable Passage to thin the deck. We want to use Radical Idea to discard the Arclight Phoenix, or draw into a Thriller possibility, I suppose, as well. Yeah, so it's Black-White Pride Mates. Gonna need to find some removal, otherwise we're not really gonna play Magic the Gathering. So, yeah, let's just go land, pass, plan on Radical Ideaing. Veto. Okay, so whenever they gain life, we lose life. They basically give +1/+1 to all their creatures. Again, need to actually find some removal. Otherwise, this will be over very quickly. With little to no actual interaction. Which, with an Arclight Phoenix draw like that, seems to be the way we're going. Alright, let's discard Arclight Phoenix. Draw not removal again. Okay. Well, let's just play a tap land. Yeah. This looks like I think what the kids call a non-game. But if we can chain these two ops into a spell, we get to block, you know, and die in a different way. Yeah, there's another Phoenix. Okay, so let's opt. Maybe we can find a Blitz of the Thunder Raptor. That's what I'm digging for now. If I can't find that, the game's over. Yeah, Arclight Phoenix, isn't it? And Polywog Symbiote, isn't it? Alright, that was a fun game. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, we're in. We have a way to discard the Arclight Phoenix. We're on the draw. We can crack the Fable Passage to enable the Shock nice and early, which should hopefully enable the Blitz nice and early too. So, yeah, I'm going to go with this one. It's not the best defense against mono red, but you know, that's what we're going to go with. Can't really hope for too much better than this. Alright, grab our mountain. See where we can go. I mean, if we don't have to use our removal, we can use Radical Idea. Once it's in the graveyard, it's got the jumpstart to discard the Phoenix, which is actually what we want. I don't think we ideally want to be casting a 3-mana 3/2, 4-mana 3/2, sorry. It's Izzet. Alright, well, opponent might have quite the similar hand state to us. Dreadhorde Arcanist. Not seen one of you in a while. Do we just go with Baby Godzilla here? Or do I want to get down that Radical Idea? I think I probably want to just Radical Idea. We've got 2 of the 3 spells on turn 3 that we need to actually pull back the Arclight Phoenix, so if we can work on getting him discarded, that'd be great. Just take him 1. Suspected that might be the case. They could have very well had Shocks and Ops, though, to fire off first. It's a Prowess deck. Alright. Yeah, really gonna need to enable the Blitz of the Thunder Raptor, then. Ideally right now, to be honest. Could do it... I can't do it this turn. Yeah. Let's just draw another Blitz of the Thunder Raptor. Does this care about in exile as well? It's just in your graveyard. Okay. So I could do... The mana base hasn't really helped us out too much. If we'd have had a Steam Vents, I could have gone Shock and then Blitz to kill the Stormwing entity. As it stands, that's not going to be the case. So I guess we'll just do Opt and Baby Godzilla. Ugh. I think I've got a bottom U. I don't have a way of discarding it right now. Yeah, let's just get Baby Godzilla down. It's probably just gonna eat some removal in fairness, but... Dorats, perfect pet. Yep. This is where they'll chain together spells to prowess up the entity. She gets +1/+1 whenever you cast non-creatures. And then this gets counters whenever you do that. This is pretty good on all counts. And then they get to shock again. Hitting me. Am I Baby Godzilla? Okay. No blocks. Alright, let's have a look-see. What can we do here? So let's assume that the perfect pet, they have an opt to keep it alive. What would we do from there? We'd do Fabled Passage, Mountain. So we can do 2 burn spells. We'd have to go for, I think... Have to go for Scorching Dragonfire to try and kill something. And then when this resolves, we've got 3 on the Blitz. They have to have literally opt, I think, in order for them to survive the damage. I think Stormwing's the better one to kill right now. Oh, we're actually going to get it. Oof. No opt for them. Alright. They got no 1-drops in the yard, so Dreadhorde Arcanist can now do whatever it wants. And a Stormwing Entity again. Oof. It was me thinking we were doing quite well. And all of a sudden, we're going to die. So, are they going to go for another Infuriate? It basically forces me to block, because then I just die to shock. Yep. Okay. I don't want to die to just shock. Another baby Godzilla. It's not ideal. It's gotta be... Can I do... Arclight Phoenix getting out here? I can Radical Idea for the discard. Can draw into an untapped red source, maybe? And then I can do Blitz plus Shock. It's a risk, but it's one that I kind of have to take. Yeah. Not quite there. Okay, so we could be dead here. If the top card and those 2 are enough to do 3 points of damage, then we're done. See the Truth is not damage, but it can find an Infuriate. Or a Samet Sprint. Remember, if it's a 1-drop that just gives +1/+0, that's enough. Yeah, double strike. That's 2. Okay, so we're at 2. Dead to shock. But they don't have it in hand. Okay. Oh my god. We're still alive. Now we go Baby Godzilla as a blocker, and we want to hold these until I can trigger the Arclight Phoenix. Also Dorats and the... what's it called? Stormwing entities are better targets than the Arcanist right now. Let's crash through to draw. As long as it's not pump, we don't care. So, we don't want you to do that. I think I've just got to kill you right now. They might just go for a crash through, which would let them draw a card on the attack. I don't really want to take the chance that they would assume that their creature's going to die. Alright. Scorching Dragonfire. Should give us enough to safely attack here. And we'll do an end-step Castle Vantress. I think this is enough protection. Yeah, opt. We literally die the moment they find shock, and there's no way they're not running it. Not a chance in hell. 7 on the Terramander. So we are going to scry. They'll adapt. Which we'll have to allow, because they can just adapt in response to me shocking. But that allows me to get Arclight Phoenix. So we'll take the Radical Idea. So now we've got to have a really bad value play here, unfortunately. We've got to do 3 damage, 2 damage, get rid of the Terramander, and then radical idea to get the Arclight Phoenix out. And draw one as well. Okay. Dead to Shock still. Not dead to Dorat. What's its actual real name? Sprite Dragon. Land. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's play Phoenix of Ash. And keep swinging. Still dead to the same things. So we can attack with all. There's Dora. It's only 1 point of damage, taking us to 1. Come on. Do we draw here? Do we Arclight Phoenix? I think we have to... 3 for 5. 6. We've won. Chat, we've won. What on earth? Oh my god, I love this deck. This is amazing. Oh my god. Jesus Crimbus. Yeah, it's a thing, alright. So, is it prowess? You guys let me know if you want to see this deck, by the way. It was recently a budget list on mtga Goldfish, and I was thinking of actually doing a video on it. So if you want to see it, let me know. It looks like a cool deck. The version I've got doesn't look like this, but definitely inspires some ideas for changes I would make to the list for sure. Because I don't know if I want to do the budget list or the non-budget list, really. But the non-budget list is 8 rares, which is pretty impressive. Considering I think 4 of them are the Stormwing entity. And the other 4, I believe, are the Steam Vents, which I imagine if any of you guys are actually playing Magic Arena in any capacity, you probably already have the Steam Vents, so the actual deck itself is extremely cheap. But yeah. Alright, I think we've got time for one more game. Alright. It's Dovin. With the Dovin avatar and the Kaya sleeves. You know, if you can't be consistent, why try at all? I swear there's some... Are there Dovin sleeves? There's got to be Dovin sleeves, right? Okay, let's have a look-see. On the draw, double Phoenix of Ash and a 0-powered burn spell. We can do better than this, I think. This card basically doesn't exist, so... Yeah, probably gotta try and do at least a little bit better than that. And this one's such a weird one, because that's a tap land, that's a tap land, and that's a tap land. But this hand's okay. It's not great. I think I might take my chances with it. Let's get rid of an Embereth. Question becomes, what do we lead with? I think it's got to be the Embereth. Because I want to grab an island with this Fable Passage, but I think holding up Shock in the first few turns is definitely the way to go. Temple of Triumph. It's been a while since I've seen that temple. Let's see where it leads. I mean, it suggests aggro, right? Good stuff. And therefore, the Shock is wonderful. Immediately kill that. So is this Winota? Winota got banned, right? Or was it Agent that died? I don't even remember. Oh, maybe it's Feather. I don't know. Soldiers? Are we soldiering? There's a Blitz of the Thunder Raptor, which we cannot really do anything with just yet. So we will pass the turn. We need to outrace this getting its +1/+1 counters, I guess. I have no idea what we're up against. It's not Winota. I'll say that much. Getting in for 2, maybe more if they've got some targeted spells. You want to call my bluff, eh? That's fair. Alright, I will Radical Idea. Polywog Symbio, okay. And let's crack this for... I'm not sure it particularly matters. We've got all the colours of mana. We definitely don't want the forest. I guess I'll grab an island. Again, I don't think it really matters, because we got double red, double blue. We got the green. We got everything we should want. Let's go with a Fabled Passage here, though, and we will pass the turn. We can kill the 10th Street Legionnaire, even in response to any kind of pump spells, because we can Thrill of Possibility and put an Opt into the yard, so that makes this a 4-power Blitz, which I think should be sufficient, should we need to go that route. You would like to swing. I would like to kill it. So do you have, like, God's Willing effects? Infuriate. So it is now... It's going to be too big, isn't it? It's a 6/5. Well, fortunately for you, it didn't even give me a chance to respond, so that's cool. I guess I won't. But lucky you. Alright, we'll just go with a Radical Idea then. Discard the Steam Vents, and just look for creatures. I've got to draw one eventually. There we go, Phoenix of Ash. Sure, down to 10. Feeling quite dead. Let's see. We'll do Phoenix of Ash with an Opt. We'll do it on our opponent's turn, because I don't think making a land drop is terribly important. I think pretending that I've got something I don't probably makes more of a difference. Go for blood. Yeah, we're just gonna die. Alright, fine. Shock. A little late for that. Let's put that to the bottom. I'd love to draw a creature. We've got plenty of them. Yep. Go down to 5. Draw more not creatures. See if we can find an Everquill Phoenix. No. No. Wow, just absolutely whiffing left, right, and center. This will do Baby Godzilla, Thrill of Possibility. I was hoping to save this for an Arclight Phoenix, but I can't draw him, so... Let's just... Woo! Okay. That's how we're gonna play it, is it, Magic the Gathering? It is a one-outer deck! One Hushbringer, please. Grab a Hakdos, probably, or a Winota. Okay, well, yeah. I don't know what to say about that game. We were destined to lose. Gotta learn to take those hits. You know, sometimes you're just not going to win. And there's no point beating yourself up about it. If Magic doesn't want you to win, then just accept it. There's no point trying to fight it. Alright, let's go for another game. Okay, we're in with a keepable hand, actually. We'll go with the Ketria Triumph first, so we've got that turn 2 Opt, or Baby Godzilla. My god. Spoilt for choice, really, on our epic early game plays. It says a lot about this deck, and its viability when a turn 2 Opt is it's probably the best we can hope for. Oh dear. But at least hopefully... we have a similar opponent who also wants to just have fun instead of do their dailies. Alright, Paradise Druid. Alright, well, I think we'll just drop down Baby Godzilla for now. If we find Everquill Phoenix, we can mutate it next turn. That would be okay. I'd be happy with that. 'Tis a mutate deck. Okay. Well, it's certainly going to be an interesting matchup. Whether or not we actually get to play Magic the Gathering is to be determined, but Song of Creation could be okay. I think we're just going to keep opting and filling up our graveyard, to be honest. See if I can get that Blitz of the Thunderraptor big enough, maybe. Let's dump the Opt. Oof, solid top decks. Alright, well, I'm not blocking. You can do whatever you want. I won't block. You can go Starix if you want. I won't block. Can't make me. Rhythm? I actually kind of want them to swing with the Migratory Greathorn, to be honest. Because it means it loses that hexproof. Which would certainly benefit me. Since I could go Scorching Dragonfire on the Crawl Harpooner into Blitz. I'm going to make sure I have all the red to do this. So kill the Crawl Harpooner. And kill the Greathorn now that that Blitz can deal 4 damage. Feel pretty pleased with myself. The only thing we have to worry about now is hasty creatures, but Baby Godzilla is a thing unto himself. I think they've got nothing, so I'm going to take that chance. So we could go with a Song of Creation, and from there we can make additional land drops. I think I'm actually going to do that. We got the Phoenix of Ash, which we can mutate, essentially, at that point. Got Fable Passage. Probably should have gone with the Fable Passages in general, to be honest, to thin the deck. Let's grab an island. And this time, because I think we stand a chance of actually winning, I'm going to hold back Baby Godzilla on the off chance that they have some hasty monster like Grumgully. Alright, here we go. They actually went with the counters, which is interesting. So we can escape with the Phoenix of Ash to draw 2 cards. It's going to cost us 4 mana. From there, we're going to hope to make lots of land drops. Maybe, oh, that's totally fine. Don't care about that. Maybe find things we can chain together to kill Grumgully. At this point, I think Blitz of the Thunderraptor would be sufficient. 5 points it can deal. Yeah, it would be more than sufficient if we could draw it here. Draw 2. Radical Idea, okay. That allows us to chain together spells next turn. Might as well go Radical Idea now. Oh! So close. So close. We're blocking. So do I want to shock and add more spells? I think I do, because if I draw Arclight Phoenix, I'll get to discard it. It's a bit of a shame we lost the Blitz of the Thunderraptor there, but yeah, at least we got an Arclight Phoenix, which will probably come out next turn. Mountain for our opponent. And yeah, I think I'm just jumping. Baby Godzilla. Let's play that. Draw 2. Radical Idea. Let's opt first. Digging for Arclight Phoenixes. Got a shock. Let's thrill. Actually, no. Should we just Baby Godzilla? Yeah, it's Baby Godzilla. Scorching Dragonfire plus Shock. That allows us to kill the Grumgully now. Ah, oh, dang it, we had the Arclight Phoenix. We probably actually Radical Idea that one out, I think. I believe our opponent thought we were comboing off, but we're not. We are absolutely not. Alright. Yeah, I had a game of Brawl in between, if you're wondering why I've got 4 wins. So yeah, Phoenix Tribal. It's terrible. I would never recommend building this deck, but if you've got the cards, you might as well have a bit of fun with it. My verdict is that it either wins in awesome, tacular ways. You know, we either get very close to losing and we win in a spectacular fashion, the true meaning of Magic, or we have a non-game, which is the true reality of Magic. It's usually one of the others. But yeah, it was a bit of fun. Hopefully you guys had fun watching me pilot this nonsense. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more content like this in the future. Maybe not entirely like this. We might try build some good decks. I don't know. But it's nice to just, you know, kick back, play a deck you know is bad, and see what happens. And this is definitely, certainly a bad deck. And we got to see what happens. Swings and roundabouts. But yeah. Anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.